They were all laughing when it happened. Glasses lifted high, the lights dimmed just enough to soften their cruelty, though every twisted grin was perfectly clear to me. I sat in the back row of the resort ballroom, unnoticed on purpose, when her brother Kamal glanced my way, smirked, and announced loud enough for the entire hall, "A fool only good for factory labor." No one corrected him. Not my wife, not her father. Why would they? It was Kamal's promotion celebration, the night he'd be handed control of the family's new $75 million Hawaiian resort, their so-called monument to excellence. Her father stepped up on stage, pulled out a polished Audi key, and declared, "We're proud of you," unlike someone who brings nothing but disgrace to this family. His stare locked onto mine. He wanted that blow to land, and it did, but not the way he assumed. Because moments later, as applause rose like a taunt, a stranger in a charcoal suit walked toward me. His calmness was sharp, his presence oddly familiar. He placed an envelope in my palm and murmured, "Time to show them who you really are." That was the instant the past finally caught up. I married into this family thinking kindness would be enough, that hard work spoke for itself. I'd been wrong. Her family valued only three things: money, lineage, and status. I had none of them. I worked quietly, built slowly, invested privately. I never bragged about the tech company I co-founded. I didn't announce funding wins during family dinners. I let them believe I was ordinary. My wife once admired that until admiration turned into embarrassment. And embarrassment soured into disgust. The more my success grew behind closed doors, the harsher their insults became. Especially Kamal, the family's golden son. And it wasn't just verbal digs. It was organized. I discovered everything one afternoon when my wife left her laptop open. Emails between her father, and Kamal discussing how to push me out of the marriage, cut me off from any potential family share, and pressure me into leaving quietly. But the part that cut deepest was her message to her father. "He's too soft, too trusting. He'll never fight back." My hands trembled not from heartbreak, but from absolute clarity. People like them understand only one thing: power. I spent 8 months preparing, not out of revenge, but out of justice. I had already secured a passive 17% stake in their company, legally and silently, through a holdings firm they never bothered to investigate. They assumed it belonged to an old rival. They assumed wrong. Then came the audits, the asset tracking, the off-book transactions Kamal hid, the illegal transfers approved by her father, the evidence I quietly stored: every email, every signature, every shell account. The stranger who handed me the envelope, my business partner, the man whose investment they believed they'd stolen years ago. He hadn't forgotten. And forgiveness was never an option. We aligned our timelines. The envelope held the final proof: Kamal's embezzlement from the resort funds, bank records tying her father to tax fraud, and the legally completed purchase of 51% controlling interest in their main company, finalized that same morning. I walked toward the stage as the family toasted their legacy. My wife's smile faltered when she noticed the papers in my hand. Her father sneered. Kamal smirked. I let them. Then I passed the microphone to my business partner. He detailed every crime with surgical precision. The room froze. Her father's face drained of color. Kamal stumbled through excuses. My wife whispered my name like a plea. I didn't look at her. When the last document appeared on the projector, my signature confirming majority ownership, the silence shattered. I spoke only one line. The resort, the company, the assets effective immediately, they're no longer yours. Kamal lunged. Security restrained him. Her father tried to speak. His voice collapsed. My wife cried quietly. I felt nothing. They were escorted out of their own celebration. Her father dropped the Audi keys as his hands shook. The board, now under my authority, voted them out unanimously. Kamal's promotion revoked. The resort mine. Their reputations publicly audited and destroyed within 48 hours. Justice moves quickly when you engineer it. A week later, I stood on the resort balcony. Hawaiian winds warm against my skin. Peace settling in my chest. My wife sent one final message. Why did you do this to us? I never responded. She never understood. I didn't ruin them. I simply removed the mask they forced on me and let the truth finish the job. People reveal their real selves when they think you're powerless. My silence was never weakness, only strategy. And now they finally know who I truly am.